Hey guys, Todd Turnwald here from United Senior Professionals. Wanted to touch on here one thing that I think this is good for any agent. Most veteran agents obviously know this, but if you're kind of new in the business, so briefly following back up from my video from the other day, I had an appointment this morning. It was made the other day when I had a no-show appointment. So when that happened the other day, I went to my other leads, I created the activity, I was able to set this appointment up for this morning, and when I got there, there were 3 adults in the living room. It looked like a husband-wife situation and possibly a son, and I like to do everything at the kitchen table, because I think that's where, and that's not always going to happen there, but that's where I like to primarily sit, and I make sure I sit myself strategically at that table, so I don't ever sit at the head of the table. I always sit at the side. But one thing I wanted to make sure was that everybody joined us. And initially, the gentleman that filled the card out, he said, well, it's just for me, my wife's good. So I invited his wife in anyways. You might as well listen to this, that way you know exactly what your husband's going to get. And went to their son. I was like, hey, why don't you come in as well? And he did. So come to find out, the wife did have some coverage. It wasn't a real good situation for her, and we don't need to go into that. But anyways, I was able to enroll both the husband and the wife, and then also their son. He had 4 kids. Fairly young guy in his 40s, had 4 kids, had no coverage at all. And he even said, he goes, man, this is something I've been thinking about for a while. I'm sure glad you stopped. And the one thing that I encourage everyone, especially if you're brand new, is always make sure that all the adults in the house come to the table, whether they have coverage or don't have coverage. But again, make sure that everybody comes in. So instead of enrolling 1, I ended up enrolling 3, all at the same company. They're extremely happy. They know that they can call me if there's any issues, or when that time comes and someone passes. But I highly encourage everyone, because I know a lot of times you just want to see the lead, or maybe you just don't recognize that everybody should be in there. So that is one thing that I always try to do, is ask if any other adults are in the house, any kids in the house, or if there's any kids that live close by. That way we can get them all there at one time. So that's a tip for you guys today. It definitely helps. I think you also really build up your persistency, when all the family members know you, and they can put a face with a name. So tip there for today. Again, create the activity. After I was done there, I had an appointment. He didn't realize that he had another appointment, so I had to reschedule him for tomorrow. But again, create that activity to keep your pipeline full. In any sales, you got to have your pipeline full, especially in the final expense in the insurance industry. I can tell you, you're going to have great weeks if you have that pipeline full. You have plenty of people to see. You have a lot of appointments. That's how I love to do my stuff. I know it's Thursday of this week already, and I know I've got a couple appointments for Friday. I've got 2 for Saturday, possibly 1 on Sunday. So like I said earlier in the week, I really want to try to push these first couple weeks in December because of the holidays. But I'm hoping, I set my goal for this week of 11,000 AP. I'm at 7 right now. So hopefully we can keep the week going, keep some momentum going. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me anytime. 419-605-2750. Again, Todd Turnwald with United Senior Professionals. You guys have a great day.